How's it going, everybody? My name is Asbiel, and I am the Guildmaster of the Guild of Legends, located in the heart of the multiverse. And we are in No Man's Sky for the first time in quite a while. I know there was relatively recently a fairly substantial update, and I haven't touched it in the slightest. So I'm curious to see how that goes. I don't remember uh, if I was doing anything last time I played or how to do anything. So I'm going to be getting my bearings a little bit. Zero G in the chat, how's it going? Oh. So, one. Wow. Okay. Remembering a little bit about what was going on last time I was here. This little, like, crescent shaped island that we had landed on. Um, Made a couple landing platforms, three because there were three of us playing when we were here last. There was myself, there was Dragon Durant, and there was Kilvin, good buddy of ours. And we were trying to build up a little base here on this island because I thought the island was neat. This planet we liked the look of when we were exploring elsewhere. But this is sort of where we were learning about the issues, the bugginess of the game when it comes to trying to play multiplayer. I'm currently on mouse and keyboard. I remember I was dabbling a little bit with playing with the controller previously, but I'm gonna stick with this for now and try to figure out what my controls are. Oh, this is interesting. I don't know what supercharged slots are. That's new. They completely revamped the UI, which was a problem for a lot of people because a lot of people lost things or could no longer access things properly with the UI changes. So hopefully we don't have any horrible issues with our situation here. I don't really know what my whole deal is here. Did I have a Minotaur? I guess I did. I don't think I have one on this planet. Is my freighter around here somewhere? It is out there. Here's some controls I'm remembering. Oh, where'd you go? Let's get that freighter a little bit closer. I don't know what that is. Is that another outpost like this? No. I don't think so. KAD, I think that's where Kilvin initially built his place. I think he had an underwater thing. It says it's my base. I think that's because I put down the computer. But, or maybe that's where we initially landed and his is somewhere else. Hard to say exactly, because it has been many months since I've been on this save. One thing I considered doing was just starting a whole new save because I have no idea what's going on at this point. And I kind of got used to starting new saves by doing the expeditions. Because anytime they do an expedition, you start with a brand new save, and you go through a variety of kind of almost seasonal style goals, and then you get rewards for it. I think over the course of, let's see, I don't even remember if I played No Man. I must have played No Man's Sky on my own streams, but I know I played it on Dragon's streams before I started streaming. But I think I must have only played it a little bit on stream. I played it a lot off stream, I know that, and most of that was doing the expeditions, which I like doing. It's kind of a nice change of pace for the game. But hold on, how do I? There we go. I don't. Shoot, I completely lost track of what I was doing and forgot why I was even going to this space station. Oh yeah, I remember now. It's because I didn't want to go to the space station. I want to go to the anomaly. And you know what I'm going to do? I am going to just make sure I have multiplayer disabled because I don't want to deal with other people. I'm just playing solo right now. And on occasion, people have issues with people dropping hacked items into your inventory and stuff when you come to the Nexus, because apparently in No Man's Sky you can just put stuff in another person's inventory without any kind of without any consent or anything. Just drop the item on them, force them to take it, and they just have to deal with it, which can be a problem if it's hacked items and stuff like that. If it's cheated in, then that's an issue. Now, some of these, let's see. Actually, what do I have for? Okay, I have a lot of inventory space, so I shouldn't have to worry about that. You would think that surely there would be some way to just accept them all. But there's not, that I'm aware of. Why is this still available? Can I get another Normandy? That's strange. Yeah, the Normandy is in this game. It was from the second expedition, I believe, which I believe they've run a total of 2 times. They did the expeditions originally, and they did a few of them. I think they did 3 or 4, and then they ran the first few a second time. I've missed the first expedition, so I don't get. I think that's how you get a gold ship. Like there's a specific gold ship that you get from it. But I didn't get that. I did, however, get the Normandy. I guess cactus. Why not? Hold on. These change things. What's the deal here? Give it cactus made it decreasing height and weight. What if I want it increasing? What if I want a big lad? I don't even remember what this egg is for. What am I growing? Anatomy? We don't want that unstable. We want... Nope, sodium is unstable too. Carbon. Nope, apparently carbon's unstable. Tritium? Is tritium gonna make you stable? What's it gonna take? Oxygen. No. Okay. We'll get to that later. Dye injector. Oh, I could do this without even putting stuff in here. It's just... gets, what, I guess the defaults? Neural calibrator. Can make it helpful by giving it cactus. Cool. Ferrite. What does unstable mean? I guess it's just, it'll be like, whatever. Yeah, sure, let's just load you up with whatever. Can I do something that gives it 100? 96. Everything else is 100, though. I want 100%. Tritium is 22%. What about more tritium? Can I do that? No. Is this actually an option? 5%? Because I can only do one. Selenium. Okay, I give up. You get cactus. Let's go. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't remember this aspect of the game at all. So I've genetically modified hungering worm. Companion egg. It's gonna be large, it's gonna be playful. Its anatomy and its coloring are gonna be unstable, I guess. Okay. Let's hatch it. I guess we're gonna do it right here, huh? Whoa! Oh. Doomy Doomedo? That's its name? Okay. Alright. Cool, I guess. Why do I have these? I could just... Oh, and... Oh, it was one of 50. I could have had 50 of those, that's why. It's only one. Whoops, that's not how you do things. What if I don't think that does anything. 10% life support, thanks, but... That makes it 12%, okay. What would I need... Hazard protection battery getting boosted is probably good. I really don't know why I have these as a thing. They're not like a important big deal. And a jetpack. Boosting my jetpack would be cool. Oh, I think my jetpack was already boosted. These, I don't think they actually do anything anymore. Maybe they do. I don't remember. So I guess, yeah, we're gonna... Absolutely didn't need to move my jetpack. Didn't realize that was supercharged already. Sir. Let's see. That's flashing. That's flashing. This doesn't appear to be flashing. The border of it doesn't, but... it does say that it's 25% now instead of, what, 20 or 22 or something? So, I'm gonna assume that's good. That's probably fine. I want to boost my shield situation on my ship. That would be good to boost. Actually, more so than my shield, I think I'd like to boost my engine. Oh, these are broken. So I can't move those right now. So yeah, right now we will... Hold on, is this the boost? Yeah, there. Oh, forget my shields. What can I put this up to? 20? Does it make it 25? Is it like a... No, 36. That's pretty good. Like that. Make it even cheaper to lift off and whatnot. Let's cram everything in there. This is packed full. I can't do anything with that. I have uninstalled things? Why do I have uninstalled things? Let's just unpack all these. There we go. That'll need to be there so that when these things are working again, it'll be properly coordinating. And my Exocraft is too far away to do anything with, so can't bother with that. And this doesn't have anything that could be boosted, I don't think. Alright, so I've done that. And I also got a cape. I think this is when I was trying to do my coloring like my D&D character from Horizon Exploration. Let's go with this one. What parts am I... Why are the... Whoops. Wish it would have an option when doing that to just not leave instead, but it is what it is. I'm gonna switch my colors to a blue. Well, I wasn't actually even purple. I was like, I think I was using dark pink as the color. But also, I like blue. Keep that as it is. Alright. There we go. Changed it up a little bit, and... what am I trying to do? I'm trying to... God, I'm so lost in the game. Acquire a circuit board. Aid the scientists learn how to build circuit boards. Shoot. This game is confusing. I don't know where I am. I remember I did a lot on this save. Like this was my most played save previously. But there's also new stuff that I've never seen in the game because of updates and stuff. Why is this available, but not just already equipped? Oh, I can get a new helmet. It's interesting. I'm just gonna do a quick scan and see if there is anything. What's a myth beacon? Huh. Incredibly vague. Okay, there's not like an available option in the sorting, so I'll just do a quick skim through what is not owned so that I can make it owned. Alright. I do want to check out that new armor, though. I just got a new chest piece that I hadn't unlocked for some reason, so we're gonna try that on. And then we will get out into space and actually... Is that it? Or was it armor? Maybe it was both. I don't know. Why? Right-clicking is a problem, apparently. I think that's the one that I had. So I want to go with that one. And I'm going to try this new armor. And then we'll just save that. Back out. Alright. What do I have that can do? So this wants me to build a circuit board. A circuit board shouldn't be hard to make, right? That's some beginner level stuff. What does a circuit board need? Heat capacitor. Maybe circuit boards aren't beginner level stuff. I don't remember ever seeing a heat capacitor in this game. Maybe I just forgot about it. I don't know. What level is this? This one. I don't remember what I need. Let's see, what do I need? I would need cadmium microprocessors. I need to get back down to my base and see what I have in my storage. They also added, at some point along the way, they added a bunch of options for, Oh, that's my town. I forgot about that. I had, like, a little settlement that I became, like, a leader of. And I obviously used my go-to town name of Whithaven. Okay, I can pull this engine now. I'm gonna stop on over there and see if there's anything I need to do there. That is where my Minotaur is, actually, I think. I'm remembering now. I had made, a spot here, I think, for some of the little exocraft, which you can see right there. There we go. That's how we land. Oh, there are sentinels here, I think. There are sentinels here. I want to maybe... Oh, how do I control it? There we go. Are they just gonna let me stand here and blast them without fighting back at all? Is that how we're doing this? This one looks like it might be interested. This thing doesn't do a ton of damage to them, but... I wonder if they would be more inclined to fight back if I was on foot. Because they're just letting me tear them up right now. Did Sentinels always look like this, or... is this just a Sentinel model I'm unfamiliar with? Does my laser not have, like, a heat to it, or is it just... oh, no, it doesn't use heat. It's, it actually uses, like, a resource to recharge it. I think. Alright, the day is saved. You're welcome. I worked very hard to make this happen. So appreciate me and worship me, or something. Install. Oh, that's not even installed yet. I need supplies to install that. That's not installed either, and that's not installed either. I don't have anything installed on this, so I can't really how do I transfer to me? Yeah, my Minotaur is not equipped with really anything. What is that up there? Oh, it's just like a plant I can harvest. Great settlement visitor. I get Magna Gold. Let's see. Engineer Hove requests to do business with the Overseer and asks for respect as an equal. They present a gift of valuable minerals with no strings attached. So I'm getting unknown outcome on either one. I could just take his stuff, or I could actually exchange. I could probably afford a slight settlement there. New feature, Blessed by the Deep. Okay, yeah, I'm definitely good for that debt. Blessed by the Deep improves citizen happiness. That's good. That means productivity goes up, I think. Blessed by the Tides, Blessed by the Deep. I've got some sort of... I'm in the middle of snowy mountains. Doesn't make any sense. Cool. So, my settlement's doing alright. Did I have a building being constructed somewhere that I can throw materials into? That's what this is over here. I don't know what building this is, though. Somehow never scanned the plants next to my settlement. Or the rocks or anything. Okay. A dance lounge. I need carbon nanotubes. Need 10 of them. I can always go grab some carbon out in the wilds. Minotaur would actually probably... I made more nanotubes than I needed. Whoops. Minotaur should be pretty good with its laser beams for harvesting carbon from the nearby trees. You're sleepy? Well, sleep then or something. I don't know, man. I mean, I guess it is still a bit early for sleeping, maybe. I gotta say, this giant robot's great for deforestation. I don't know if that's a good thing necessarily. Probably depends on perspective, but it sure gets the job done. Alright, that is plenty of carbon. I did that wrong. I can just quick transfer and make it a lot easier on myself. Alright, well. Just gonna reconfigure my vehicles to go with the new color scheme. Kind of going for a an Andromeda Initiative situation here, aren't I? Man, Mass Effect Andromeda sure was a game that everyone loved and definitely didn't have any issue with. Did this thing always look like this? I don't remember it looking like this. Maybe I'm just remembering everything wrong. I don't know. Pirate attack. We'll see about that. Hey, you jerks, stop shooting my stuff. Alright, time to learn how to shoot and fight again. Hit the wrong button. These guys aren't very good at fighting. Alright. No big deal, I just saved the day again. About being an AI sort of Mass Effect D&D game. AI. Fucking Androm. Yeah. Yeah, me too, man. I think, I feel like the setup for Andromeda was really cool. And I think it would work really well for a very, like, survival-based D&D game. I don't think I have anything else I want to do here. I actually should just get back in my ship and, go back to the other planet that has my base on it. There was, a sci-fi D&D setting I was doing using, a sci-fi conversion for 5e called Espergenesis, which I'm sure I've talked to you about a bunch already. But kind of the inspiration for what a campaign would be in that setting was heavily inspired by Mass Effect Andromeda, just because I thought the setup worked really well for it, and it would be cool. Okay, so it for some reason it let me reclaim the Normandy multiple times, but it did only give it to me once, so that's interesting. Selene Island. Because it's shaped like a moon. Yeah, I still want to do a game in that setting sometime. I just have to do the whole thing where I actually make the game. That's interesting. The portal is powered. Oh, that's not a thing saying there's no power. That's a thing saying that it's hiding the wires, even though this clearly isn't hiding the wires. I think that's more that bugginess. Yeah, so I think must have set this up fairly well with batteries and panels to keep it running, because that definitely would be an important thing to do. Do I have stuff? Or did I get, like, recipes to make this stuff? I think I must have just got recipes to make this stuff. Can I just... You down whenever. God. The only issue I have with that setting is that, it was one of the victims of me getting a new computer when I tried to back up my D&D files and ended up losing them all and instead. Thankfully, I was able to salvage some stuff from Discord and stuff like that, but I think like any actual notes I had on the setting are long gone, so I'd have to kind of rebuild from the ground up just off of the concept. All right. They definitely need to get to the point in this game. Like, you can customize your character, you can customize your freighter, right? You can change the colors of that and everything. they need to get to a point where you can customize the colors of your ship and customize the colors of your multi-tool. Because I'm pretty sure they're still at a point where that's not an option. You're just stuck with whatever you find, and it's kind of a bummer if you want to have your stuff actually like match your look and everything. You're just kind of out of luck. Oh, look at that. I've got stuff. Oh, there's something I can do with this. I can extract components from the Sentinel scale. Oh shoot, I got a hydraulic wiring. I also got Sentinel weapons shard. Well, my multi-tool is pretty jam-packed. Oh, and this thing is broken. Man, I got so much broken stuff. Why is all my stuff broken? Have they changed icons? Hold on. Why is that there? I don't think Oxygen looked like that before. I remember pretty much all the rest of this. I don't remember Oxygen looking like that, though. It looks like this is like all the... Oh, actually, I didn't realize I have Atlas Pass 2 and 3, which I don't think I need 1 and 2. I think I just need the third one. Hold on. Personal refiner package. Wait, did it? I have stuff down here. I gotta scroll my inventory. Let's bring that up so I can see what I'm working with here. Yeah, it didn't even occur to me. Oh, it's because the way they did inventory before, you had your main page, and then you had like your technology page, and you had your cargo page. They've cut that down to just technology and cargo. And so they gave me these things because these were not in my technology slots. I think that's what happened. And that's the issue that a lot of people were having when they updated this, is people didn't have enough technology slots either in their ship or their exosuit or whatever for all the technology they had. And so they were just kind of out of luck and had to just go without some of their tech, even though prior to that update, they were able to use it just fine. Kieran, how's it going? How's Best Guildmaster doing? Doing pretty well. How's it going? It's good to see you. Just kind of getting back into playing No Man's Sky after being away from it for quite a long time, and getting kind of acquainted with the newest update and everything. Figuring out this whole situation. Let's see. God, I don't remember how to do anything. I think what I might do if I go to start streaming this again is start just a completely new save, because I am completely I feel so lost. Who's making noise? Is that the solar panels? Must be. Been thinking of getting No Man's Sky for a bit. Well, let me tell you. I got it because I watched Dragon stream it with some buddies, and it looked like a lot of fun. I'm probably not just showing off the best that the game has to offer right now because I'm still getting my bearings, but it's definitely a cool little game. And if you're into these kinds of games where you're just kind of in this open world and building bases and all that good stuff, then there might be something in it for you. Why do I have a bunch of hyperclusters here? I should break those. I don't think I need the frost crystals here. This over here. Separate some of this stuff. Ammo will keep up there with the tritium. Silver is gonna go somewhere else. Let's break a bunch of these down and get a ton more of tritium, which I need for fueling something on my ship. I think it's for fueling the fast mode. Not like the warp drive between star systems, but for traveling in a star system. Alright, what is in here? Any... Hold on. You know, I think they might have expanded these storage containers as well. Because the way that I have these laid out, where it's kind of like the first half, I think they doubled, basically just added this second half to these containers. That would also be why I have like 4 of them, even though I'm only using like half of each of them. What's this? I might be able to put that into my suit. That I don't care about, and that I will put away as well. So I already had some of these water breathing modules, so why not? These are upgrades for the aeration membrane. I don't even have the aeration membrane. And I can't make it. That's wild. I don't understand it. I definitely want to just make a new save, because I think it would be so much easier to get a grasp of what I'm doing. How do I save again? Do I save with the save beacon? Restore point saved, is that it? Is that what I'm looking for? I think there was something about it saving whenever you step out of your ship, but that might be the same as what I just did. Okay, yeah, restore points. I think that's it. I say, okay, yeah. So here's what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna do a new save, because I don't know what I'm doing. I'm lost. Did they always have a creative mode? I don't know if they did. That might be something a bit newer. I think they just had, like, normal survival and expeditions previously. Custom? I'm just gonna go with normal. I just want to do normal save. I don't want to do anything fancy. But yeah, so we're gonna go ahead and kind of see the game from the beginning with all the new updates. One thing that I've really enjoyed about No Man's Sky is that, like it launched and if you look it up, there's all the issues that went on with the game's launch. With people getting a different experience than they thought they were going to get and stuff like that. Just everything. There was a whole mess. I don't think it was entirely the fault of the developers, from what I hear. I didn't play it when it first came out. I only got into it this year, I think. But yeah, from what I've heard, it doesn't sound like it's entirely the devs' fault. I think some of the issue was just expectations being set kind of by the community, which is a shame when that kind of thing happens, if that is the case. But they've been straight up lied to in the beginning. Okay. Yeah, I didn't play it early on, so I only have like what I've read to go by. But yeah, they've put in a fair amount of work consistently over time to make the game what it is now, and what it is continuing to grow into, because they are still pretty regularly putting out updates. It's like, every few months it seems like there's a pretty substantial upgrade or update. More ferrite dust. So the way the game starts is it just kind of drops you into a planet, no context to anything. You're just here and you've got to start surviving. You can see that I've got this bar that is dropping down on the left side that has to do with the fact that this planet is toxic. And that bar represents how long I can be in this environment before I start taking damage. And it wants me to collect sodium, but I'm also going to collect that because it's there. Oh, there's a plant there. Alright, and then, yeah, with that sodium, I was able to recharge my hazard protection to give me a little bit more time to figure out where to go next, which is what that red marker is. It's kind of the main story symbol for quest markers. But while I'm here, since we've got these random containers, I can only loot the one, it looks like. Ow, will you stop? Alright, so I'm pretty well set up now with those minerals I got, those materials. So now I can start running to this signal source. Yeah, when I got into the game, they had already done quite a few updates. It had been quite a while since launch at that point. A lot of major aspects of the game had been kind of overhauled or updated to be closer to what was intended or what was promised or expected. But yeah, like with this update that I was talking about earlier with the inventory being different and stuff, it was one of their larger scale updates as opposed to like just a small maintenance patch or something. Um, and there's been a few of those at least since the time that I started playing, and it's cool to drop in anytime there is one of those updates and see what's new. Um, because they do add a lot of cool things, like being able to have settlements or being able to turn a giant pilotable mech thing that you can get later in the game into an AI that will follow you, and stuff like that, and always kind of adding in little bits of lore to the universe is always good as well. I'm not even gonna read that. That's just a bunch of nonsense. Stone resonates, producing a sound that fills my mind. A vision begins to take shape. See two large aliens locked in combat. Eventually, one triumphs, leaving their victim to bleed to death. With the last of their strength, the vanquished alien gestures toward me. Accept knowledge. The name, Vy'keen, floats in my vision, an echo of the strange vision I just experienced. The word in this alien tongue is seared into my brain. If it was that easy to learn languages in real life, I would probably actually learn other languages. I have no patience for trying to learn languages. It's just so much effort you have to actually put in to make it stick. I wanted to go and turn down the music a bit. That's kind of being obnoxious. Is there anything to loot around here? There is. I'm gonna go pass out a little early today because, man, I'm tired. Have a good rest of your stream, but yeah, have a good one and get some rest, man. Vessel 16 emptied. Cause Sentinel intervention. Deliberate transfer. Analysis. Fresh iteration generated. Anomaly containment prepared. I'll broadcast that. Broadcast received. Traveler anomaly detected. Anomaly is compliant. Position logged. System integrity scan initialized. So, a lot of the story going on in this game, a lot of the lore of this setting and everything, is incredibly vague, like intentionally mysterious, and there's a lot to dig into, but the bits that I've seen are pretty interesting. Iteration online. Atlas connection. Intermittent. Launch thrusters. Offline. Pulse engine. Offline. I find myself alone on a strange world, unequipped and in danger. I have no memory of how I got here, no sense of a before. But this ship at least seems to recognize me. The controls react to my touch, or at least to that of my exosuit. I'm not dead yet, and this ship is a lifeline out to the stars. Let's read the log. Log number 4925A, unavailable. Substituting data. Exosuit. Connected. Suggestion. Pilot should perform maintenance. Select desired repair path. Repair ship systems. Self-guided repair protocols initiated. Pulse engine critically damaged. Pulse engine is what gives you the ability to fly. The most basic aspect of your ship. So I need to get that going by making a hermetic seal and metal plating to then put into the ship. And if we go here, tritium will just... Yeah, we'll leave the tritium in the ship for now. And if we go here, we can see metal plating requires ferrite dust, which I had collected a bit of earlier to repair my scanner. And I do not have the means to make a hermetic seal, so we're going to have to figure that out. Launch thruster just needs pure ferrite and dihydrogen jelly. Pure ferrite you get by refining ferrite dust. And dihydrogen jelly we can make with dihydrogen. So I need to get... I need 1 jelly, which means I need 40 dihydrogen. And 50 pure ferrite, so that's going to be... It's a 2-to-1 last time I played, so I'll probably need 100 ferrite dust. Let's go. Alright here. We do have the ability to make a portable refiner, but I need metal plating and oxygen for that. So we're going to see if we can find metal plating and oxygen, or ferrite and oxygen. Ferrite you can get pretty much anywhere. It is the most basic resource. Oxygen, we find like that. Then if I want to keep my hazard protection up, I'll need to make sure to keep an eye on that as well. Getting a fair amount of carbon here. Bunch of ships just warped in. Kind of bigger ships. Not used to seeing those on this low. I wonder if that's something that didn't happen so much last time I played. Because I don't remember seeing big ships warping, just little ones like that. New crafting entry unlocked. That's... What's that all about? Nanites? Alright. Getting a fair amount of ferrite dust here. Let's see. Make a metal plating now. Oh, I can also make an oxygen recycler, which is going to need oxygen. I would want to put that in that slot. So I'll need to get more oxygen for that if I want to do that, which would make my life support system last longer. These blue crystals are important. That's going to give me dihydrogen, so let's pick those up since they're right here. I already remember a lot of the basics of the game, so it's a little bit easier to just zip around, but just kind of playing this game for the first time and going through the process of learning how all the crafting materials interact and stuff like that, and what you need to make different things and stuff is kind of fun. I think it is, anyway. I like that kind of aspect of the game. So I still need more oxygen, so I'm going to see if I can find more of that. But let's also see if I can make that. So a portable refiner I can make. So let's go put this next to my ship. Just so that it's nearby. Where did I put my ship? And by where did I put it, I mean, where is it? I could have sworn there was some sort of, like, compass thing or something that would show you certain things, but I'm not seeing that. You know, there's oxygen over here. I'm going to grab that real quick. Aha! There's my ship. So we'll go ahead and drop the refiner there. I think there's a few oxygen plants over here. Let's see if I can refill that with sodium. Grab all this oxygen out of these plants. And that should give me the ability to make this oxygen recycler, which now gives me a 10% increase to my life support tanks. It's not a lot, but every little bit counts. And I can always work on getting better ones later on. I need another metal plating here. Since I can make that, we'll put that into the pulse engine. Still going to be missing the hermetic seal for a bit here probably, but I can at least get part of that. I can get the dihydrogen jelly there. So now I just need pure ferrite, which again I think is going to cost me about 100 ferrite dust. And then I'm also going to need carbon to fuel the refiner here. So just so that it's ready to go, let's put carbon in there. And we'll come back. You know what, actually, because it's going to have to take some time to actually process, we'll start it on the 15 we have already. Actually doesn't take much time at all. It's already done. Processing ferrite goes very quickly, apparently. I'm just going to collect as much of this ferrite dust as we can. I think I have more than enough now. So we can drop 85 more probably into the refiner to get that 50 pure ferrite. Oh, is it 1-to-1? It sure appears to be. So let's drop this down to, what, 35? Am I doing that math right? Oh, that's the total. That's not what's in there. So I actually want to set that to 50. Alright, and then I've got the pure ferrite. Grab the ferrite dust out of there. That means I can fix my launch thrusters. So now my launch thrusters are functioning again. Then I just need to figure out the hermetic seal, which I don't have the means to create, so we're going to figure out how to do that. Quest wants us to board the ship. Iteration. Functional. Starship critically damaged. Vital ingredients missing. Unable to synthesize required components. Pulse engine requires hermetic seal. Let's request assistance. Recommendation. Iteration comparison reveals hermetic seal nearby. Salvage planetary chart from distress beacon cache. Go back to the distress beacon here. Peer inside the beacon's housing, as well as its distress broadcast unit. It contains a planetary chart. So that gives me a planetary chart here, which I can use to plot a route to this location nearby. Alright, so let me see if I can fill up my life support. Make sure that doesn't give me any problems moving forward. Try to pick up some of this sodium on the way, it looks like. Because that'll be... that's not really on the way, but this is. Actually, maybe that one kind of is. The destination is a little bit further that way than I thought it was. And just because I'm curious, let's... I wanna... What did I look like again? I don't remember. Okay. Actually gonna run in third person, because I like being able to see my character. I think there are certain aspects of this game that are easier when you're in first person. And there are, you know, some benefits to it, but if I can customize my character, which I haven't done, because you can't do it until you get to a certain facility. But, you know, in the general sense, if I can customize my character, I like to be able to at least see them. That was an aspect I always thought was kind of wild about about some of the newer Far Cry games. I don't know if the newest one does it, but you could kind of roughly choose what your character looks like, and you never see it again, I'm pretty sure. Like, you get the menu when you're making the character, and then that's it. Let's see, can I give myself hazard protection? There we go. Yeah, right now there is a storm going on, which increases the toxicity. Makes the hazard protection drop a lot faster. But, I have to get to this place, so I have to kind of just deal with it. Now, places like this are interesting. You can get things like this that just give you a little bit of, like a small bit of loot or resources. From some you get nanites, which is a sort of currency that you can use slightly later in the game and stuff like that. Others give you actual materials and stuff. Accessing archive. 6 out of 7 logs corrupted. Entry number 4924A follows. No one. Making this recording in case. Leaving behind the fabricator might be of some use. Visor damaged. Can't find ship. Recover supplies. The log finishes and the machine whirs to life, spitting out supplies. I have the hermetic seal I need to repair my ship. Whoever it was that led me here, whoever left this message, perhaps they found themselves in the same situation as I do now. Alright, so it didn't make me create one. Instead, it had me go to this place to kind of teach the experience of following a planetary chart. And it also just gave me the resource for free after that. So, that is a resource I can't collect yet. I need an upgrade to my multi-tool to be able to get that. I don't remember which way I came from. Was it that way? No, it was this way. Oh, use the analysis visor. Which I need carbon nanotubes for. Which I might be able to make already. Yeah. That's a component in my multi-tool, so let's analysis visor. It really seems strange to me that the analysis visor is part of the multi-tool. You'd think it would be part of the exosuit if it's a visor, but it's not a big deal in the end. So I've got the analysis visor done now, so I can do this, which lets me scan things. I can scan plants and minerals on the planet, and there is incentive to do that as you get units for doing so. And then one of the big things, kind of the selling points of this game, is that when you discover something, like this planet, I've discovered it, I could rename it. I don't think I'm going to, because honestly, I don't want to stick around it. I don't really like this planet. It is toxic and just covered in mushrooms. Yeah, flora and fauna, there are a number of them, but as you discover them, it'll add them to your lists here. And you can see there's a little symbol here, which means that you can upload this. I think if you don't upload it, someone else can discover it. So whatever player uploads it actually permanently, like on the servers or whatever, is marked as the person who discovered it, and they are the only person who can name it. So I can either just upload this or rename it and upload it. I'm also not going to name these. But a handy little thing that I believe they have is I can just upload everything that I've seen on this planet, and I get nanites. So I think you get units when you initially scan it, and then you get nanites when you upload it. And you can see here, this is showing the entire system, which I haven't been to these other 4 bodies yet. 2 of them are moons for the planet I'm on, and 2 of them are separate planets. But this is the name of the system as well, which since I uploaded, I can't rename it anymore, which is kind of a shame. But now this planet is permanently to Luol, and it always will be. This planet is E4 Omega, and it always will be. Yeah, now... Okay, so I got my analysis visor. Now I have that little radar at the top of my HUD that I thought I had mentioned earlier. I thought I was supposed to have. Turns out I didn't have it yet because it requires the analysis visor. And you can see there are some animals here, and just like all the minerals and stuff, you can scan those as well. I think so. Each planet, what I've noticed is that it's got a specific count for fauna, but minerals and flora, I don't know if maybe those can just always generate new ones. I'm not entirely sure how that works, because you'd think there would probably be kind of a static amount of different species on each planet, but the way they have it listed makes me think that that might not be the case. Yeah, anyway, now that I have the analysis visor, I can see where my ship is just on my HUD, which makes that a lot easier. Yeah, I can keep scanning things. I don't need to. One benefit to scanning, though, is that if I mouse over this now, if I look at this, I can see that gives carbon and oxygen. Whereas if you have something that you haven't scanned, it'll only show you one type of mineral, or material, rather. I've scanned a bunch, like here. You can see it'll give me ferrite dust, and then it's got that second part that says analyze with question marks to show that if you analyze it, then it will also give you, in this case, sodium. So it is absolutely worth scanning things. A lot of time, you know, you probably won't be doing this for every species of everything on every planet, but at least doing it in places where you're spending a lot of time, or, you know, like where you've settled and stuff like that, definitely a good idea. In this case, I'm just doing it because I've been away from the game for a while and still trying to get my bearings, but also it helps to have those additional resources since I'm just starting out as well. So we're going to go ahead and get back to my ship here. We're going to install this hermetic seal so that we can take off and journey across this planet and beyond. Oh, and this is that little outpost I saw earlier. I don't remember what this building is. I remember how it functions. I don't remember what they call it. But it's something that becomes useful later on. And go ahead and use the beacon there. And I'm going to check out these buildings, see if there is anything valuable inside before I move on. So, Hollow Archive. Accessing Archive. 607 logs corrupted. Entry 4924A follows. This is exactly the same as the other one. So I wonder if... Wild. I would have thought it would only give me one place to do this, which would be the one that it led me to. I could have saved some time by going here, because my ship is just over the hill, I think. Oh, this one is loaded up with the exact same stuff. And the only thing that... Like, I would feel like I must have somehow looped back and gone back to the outpost for the quest, but first of all, that building wasn't there. I know that, and the stuff I looted wouldn't be lootable again. So yeah, it's just a second outpost that has all the same stuff that is needed for the quest. That is much closer to the ship, and it would be way more convenient to have gone there had I known. But there is no way I would have known. So we'll go ahead and climb into the ship. We'll throw that hermetic seal into the pulse engine. And that will make our ship ready to go. And Just gonna go ahead and grab my controller here real quick and see if I can use this instead. Since I already started the game, it might not let me. But let's see. Let's see if I can switch to like controller mode or something. I think it would be right in here, but alright. Well, I'll just have to keep that in mind next time I play No Man's Sky. Maybe just start up the controller before I boot into the game. Alright, so we're going to stick to mouse and keyboard, I suppose. But yeah, there we go. We take off, and you can see I can fly around now. Seek answers among the stars. So let's go ahead and do that. This pulse engine out of the atmosphere into the void of space. And that might be what we're aiming for right there. It wants me to test the systems even though I kind of jumping the gun. I'm already doing it. Answer the communicator. Comms override 16, 16, 16, 16. Incoming transmission, source 4925B. Please identify yourself. Let's identify. You are not alone. Follow the broadcast ends as strangely as it began. A final piece of the signal appears to be a set of planetary coordinates. Import that data.
Alert. Navigational data received.
Okay, so rather than going to this station, it wants me to go to where this broadcast came from, which is the opposite side of the planet from where I was. Okay, so it's somewhere around here. It's not an exact location, so it's going to have me land. And get out and look for the source. So now we're in the target sweep mode in the visor. You can see at the bottom there's like the two modes. The target sweep is used for missions like this where you have the general idea of where you need to go, but you don't have the exact destination. Alright, so seems to be this little waypoint that I'm looking for, which it has like that one of those distress beacon things, but it also has some junk to loot. Go ahead and do that first. Go ahead and save and chart this area. And let's see what this thing has to say. Sparking wires of the machine generate a signal, tapping out its broadcast into the void. Whoever left the message is long gone. Even though I just received that broadcast. Decipher signal. Decoding. 16. 16. 16. Entry 4925C. So there was A, where I got the hermetic seal, then B that contacted me, now C. No fuel in. Failed to reach station. Hazard protection low. No choice but to. Underground. Deployed base computer. As well as the log entry, the terrain contains plans for a base computer and a terrain manipulator. With any luck, the base computer will hold more information about whoever is leaving these messages. Let's extract plans. Now I can make a base computer, which lets me lay claim to a certain span of ground that I can then start building in. I can also make the terrain manipulator, which lets me do some terraforming, kind of remove or add dirt and things like that, and just shape the ground around me to a certain extent. It's not quite entirely like, I don't know, Minecraft or anything where you can dig down to just avoid basically, but you can go far enough, but you do reach your limit pretty quickly if you're just digging down. Oh, and that is a sentinel. It's just a little watcher drone that will get upset if it sees me harvesting parts of the planets and stuff. So it wants me to install the terrain manipulator. I'll need to make carbon nanotubes and the hydrogen jelly. How many do I need? I need one more carbon nanotubes. I'm struggling to say that. A series of words. Alright. So that's done. Now... Whoops. What am I doing here? Mine. Okay. So now it wants me to get copper. So I'm going to need to scan and try to find copper. Oh, actually I find copper this way. So I'm looking for that symbol, which will be a mineable node of resources using the terrain manipulator. It's 167 units away. It's probably the closest one I'm going to find. Seems to be. Alright, so we'll go over there. We'll dig up that copper. And we will continue these quests, these missions. Oh, who are you? Let me scan you. Haven't seen that one yet. Here is what we were looking for, and this is how... See, isn't there a way to change... Ah, there we go. I want to just tear out as much of it as quickly as I can. So I'm gonna make the size of the manipulator larger, so I can just pull a ton of copper out very quickly. Now I need to process the copper into chromatic metal. And this sentinel is going to be a problem if it keeps hovering around me. I think I left it behind. Yeah, the Sentinels will get angry and become hostile if they see you doing certain things. Stuff like mining will cause them to go hostile, so gotta watch out for that. Let me switch to my mining beam. I'm gonna pick up all this dihydrogen real quick. And that should be enough dihydrogen to keep me going for a little while. You don't use it for everything, so you don't need a ton of it usually, but it is nice to stock up if the opportunity is there.
Toxic detection. Falling.
And just for fun, I am flattening the terrain on this hill because I have the power to do so, so why not? Maybe I will actually do something with this planet long term. I doubt it, but if I do, then I'll have a nice flat space to work with. Is actually pretty expansive, and that Sentinel showed up. I shouldn't mind if I'm just doing stuff with the refiner, so
Energy recharge.
let's throw that. Oh, I got 4 navigation data. I didn't realize I had that many. We'll go ahead and start processing the chromatic metal. Have that going. That takes longer than the other material I was working with earlier, so we'll just let that do its thing for a little bit. But yeah, I gotta say though, this game sure makes leveling terrain a lot easier than Minecraft does.
Toxic protection.
I have a habit of only wanting to work on level ground in Minecraft, so I spend a lot of time digging around to destroy hills and stuff like that in Minecraft when I'm playing it. Which I will be doing again this Thursday at 8 o'clock Central Time. Jumping into the Hive Core, Project Hive Core server to continue all that good stuff with all those good people. Searching cartographic archives. Universal Archive search reveals no prior claims on this site. Sonar test confirms site is suitable for construction. Claim site? Yes. So now you can kind of see the local area. A lot of things in the game do this, but where it does that like zoom out, looking at the area. I'm not actually. I don't recall how far, like what the radius is of a base that you can claim, but it covers a fair amount of ground. Accessing log from previous user. Entry 4925D follows. Storms sweeping across, but construction supplies low. Depositing shelter plans while need to back soon. Now I can make timber doors, walls, floors, roofs, and flora containment. So it wants me to play with this system a little bit. So I'm just gonna make a little structure here.
Incoming storm.
Oh, actually, I don't have enough materials for this, and a storm is coming. I could absolutely just get into my ship, but we're gonna see if I can. I don't have pure ferrite. Let's put this here real quick. We will load it back up again with
Technology
some ferrite dust. I don't want to make the whole thing, so yeah, we'll just begin it, let it run for a minute, and then stop. That should be enough for something. Now we want a door. Which side is outside, I wonder? It probably works either way, just fine. I don't have enough to make any walls, but I can make a bit of a roof attached to this. And I'm gonna jump into my ship for a second here. Excuse me. Once... the problem I have here is that there's a sentinel wandering this exact spot. So if I try to gather materials and it sees me doing it, it's going to go hostile. So... No, 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 I wasn't trying to do that. I just clicked my mouse. You calm down, Sentinel. I do want to harvest this stuff. I just don't want it to see me doing it. How much carbon do I have? That's a good amount. And that should give me some walls and roofs.
weather update. Storm clearing.
So now I have... Oh, can I... There we go. Trying to place things is not always...
Toxic protection. Stabilizing.
It's not always as smooth as you might like it to be. But now I've got this spot. One of my roofs is facing a different direction. You can see like the wood grain going one way, and this one is the odd one out. But I've got a little spot here now. Little cozy interior space. Not the most interesting place. I'm gonna go ahead and throw some of these around the room because they actually produce a bit of light, and you know, I could probably do something with them. I don't know. Just spending a bunch of carbon to do that, absolutely not worthwhile, I'm sure. Can I can't, so I'll have to just do it like that. I wanted to kind of put it up on the roof, but I didn't seem to be able to. And I don't have a generator, so I can't power my light. So we're just gonna make do with what we've got. This isn't gonna be a permanent installation anyway. I'll probably leave it here, but I'm not planning to make this a place that I frequent. Accessing log from previous user. Additional archives recovered. Entry 4925E follows. Construction largely success. Recovered salvage data from nearby. Plans logged. Scans indicate additional subterranean devices. Beginning search. Whoever recorded these logs evidently had some success. I have access to their plans, and perhaps I can learn from their efforts. So now I have the ability to make a construction research unit, which will let me unlock more things that I can build for base building and stuff. Just requires carbon nanotubes and magnetized ferrite. So we're going to want to make that. So we're going to put some ferrite in here.
Technology recharge.
We need more, so we're gonna make more pure ferrite here. Turn that into magnetized ferrite. Gonna go ahead and make carbon nanotubes. We need carbon, which I have evidently spent the last of it, so we're gonna collect some more. And these large plants give us oxygen as well, so that's kind of a nice benefit. I can always use that to bolster my life support, as well as make other things. Alright, so let's get the carbon nanotubes. Come back up here. Get ready to make our construction research unit. Excuse me, that was a bit of a hiccup. Now, checking it out. Analysis unit online. Diagnostic suggestion. User should recover salvage data from buried technology. Equip and utilize an analysis visor. So, salvage data is what you use as a resource, as a currency, basically, to unlock these different things that you can make. And you get salvage data by popping open your visor here and looking for symbols like this. So that's almost 300 units away. Let's see if we can find something closer. That's almost 400. That's closer. So we'll go over this way. And since it's buried, we're going to need to dig, so we're going to switch to the... Oh, I've already seen that one. We're going to switch to the... Whoops, the terrain manipulator. And get here, and we'll just start digging down to it. We find technology module, and that gives us a salvaged data. I don't think it's always one that you get out of these. I think it varies depending on the node, but now that I have one, I can go to the research station and I can go to the research station and I can use it. So we can go in here, research things. So I could get a the ability to make a thin timber wall. Could go with one of these. I could also start going into stone or alloy structures. Stone, I'm guessing, yeah, silicate powder, which that would be incredibly cheap to build because you can get a lot of silicate powder very quickly. Alloy walls, if you want more metallic, kind of maybe like futuristic look, uh, which I like the idea of that. So if I want to build those, then I'll need ferrite dust. Um, oh, and it gets its own section here. So I wonder... I was kind of hoping there'd be an option to just replace. Uh, so what we would have to do is we would have to delete and then place in the new wall. I actually don't have enough ferrite dust to do more, so we're not going to do that. We'll just put... That's interesting. So yeah, now I've got these more kind of like sci-fi looking kind of futuristic walls there. And I could also color things. I don't like that this is built on preset colors combinations. Like if I could do like a white and blue, I would absolutely do that. But that's not the way that they've decided to make it. Oh, and would you look at that? Different pieces have different colors presets. So yeah, that is something that they could definitely do with making a little bit nicer. I don't like how that's done. Let's leave. It wants me to locate more buried technology. Well, I know there's that one. Whoops. Why is it doing that? I want to hold E to tap. Oh, is it trying to activate the light? There we go. So I'm going to go to this one. It had mentioned a storm, but I suppose maybe that passed already. Scan this guy. Whoa. Wrong tool. I wanted the mining beam. Oh, I can't get that. But that's interesting. This one actually gives pure ferrite and carbon instead of ferrite dust. So, because it's a stronger material, I need a more advanced mining laser to be able to harvest it. Alright, and just as a little bit of a heads up, even though I've been making a habit of doing 3-hour streams for a little while now, it has varied a little bit now and then. But I think tonight what I'm going to do is I'm just going to do a 2-hour stream. So coming up on the hour here in just a few minutes, we're going to call an end to it. But in the meantime, we're going to see if we can make a little bit more progress here. Get this buried technology wherever it went. There it is. Looking at this buried technology. Okay, so yeah, I think that one gave me... Yeah, that one gave me 3, so that's pretty good. We'll go back and... I wonder if that one gave me 3 because it gave me enough to get the teleporter. Specifically. Like, as part of the mission or something, it may be made to give you enough to do it. But I'm not sure about that, so we're going to see. We're going to see, and it's probably going to be about the last thing that we do here before we sign off for the night.
Toxic protection. Stabilizing.
Analysis unit online. Buildable technology. Okay, yeah, so it takes 2 to make that. So now, if I can make metal plating and carbon nanotubes, then I can make a teleporter. And we're also going to want to make a biofuel reactor, which we have 3, so that gives me what I need. I only know that I'm going to need that because I know that the teleporter needs power.
Constructed. Product constructed.
Alright, so I got everything, so I can make a teleporter now. Now, to power it, I'm going to have to go with a biofuel reactor, so I'm just going to need to make another metal plating, which I am a little bit short on, so we're going to dip down out of sight of that drone real quick, that Sentinel. Let's pick up some ferrite dust. I was planning to use all this ferrite that I got. It's actually really handy that I got it in advance. Kind of not by accident. I meant to do it, but I didn't realize I was going to need it for this. So we'll make that metal plating. We'll make that biofuel reactor. And then we'll go into toggle wiring. Connect that to that. Then we can give this thing some carbon,
Technology recharge.
which is going to kick on the teleporter. It won't look great because of the wire going through stuff, but we're going to connect that as well, just so that I can finally have this light on, even though it does basically nothing. Cool. Alright, powering the base, learn electrical wiring. Why does it want me to do this if I can already do this? Like, this is entirely pointless because I can already do that. Regardless, I now, as long as I have fuel in this, which this will last me for, you know, fair amount of time, this teleporter can keep going. Let's see. So, is there anywhere I can go from here, though? There isn't. So, the teleporter is nice because if you have multiple bases, then you can teleport between them. And if you've been to space stations, you can teleport to those. However, we are hitting that 2-hour point now. I do have like a nice little neat shack here. I have the quest to continue, but we're not going to really worry about that just yet because we're going to end the stream. So, I hope everyone watching, anyone in the chat, anyone lurking, anybody checking out the VOD on YouTube after the fact, hope you guys have had a good time. I hope you've enjoyed it. And let's see. You know what we're gonna do? I think I'm gonna see about pushing the stream on over to a buddy. We're gonna see who's streaming real quick. And then we'll do a little bit of a raid just because why not? So let's see who's going. Looks like Nova Swarm, Ellie Azuri of Nova Swarm is just getting into some Bayonetta. So let's head on over there. That sounds like a good time. All right, off we go. Have a good one, everybody.
Where shall I begin?
Azaville! Thank you for the raid. Welcome on in. Oh yeah, you're playing No Man's Sky. Welcome, welcome. Hope you're having a good day. How was the stream?
Each bearing witness with their own eye. This is how our universes
Oh, his mask has a sun pattern.
existence was preserved. However, for 500 years, you have been exiled.
Poorly named
from the
character. I've
world's
definitely seen
affairs.
Baldur